Perth, the isolated jewel of Australia, the call of the West Perth, a name that evokes images of golden beaches, endless blue skies, and a vibrant city on the edge of a majestic river. But beyond postcard beauty, Perth is a metropolis of contrasts, an isolated jewel in the vast landscape of Western Australia, with a history as deep as its ancient sands and a future as bright as its sunsets over the Indian Ocean. This is the story of a city that defies expectations, a place where wild nature meets urban sophistication, and where the Aboriginal past intertwines with colonial ambition and modern prosperity. Prepare to discover Perth, the city that is closer to Jakarta than to Sydney, yet possesses an unmistakable identity and an indomitable spirit. Ancient roots, the Noongar people, and the land of Borrolong before the first European explorers sighted its shores. The land where Perth now stands was known as the ancestral home of the Whadjuk Noongar people. For tens of thousands of years, the Noongar lived in harmony with the land, hunting, gathering, and cultivating the region's abundant resources. The Swan River, which they called Durbal Yurigan, was the spiritual and physical heart of their existence, providing sustenance and a sacred place for rituals and gatherings. The lakes and wetlands of the coastal plain were equally vital, teeming with life and serving as campsites and hunting grounds. Leaders such as Yalagonga of the Muro group oversaw life around the river, maintaining a rich and complex culture deeply connected to the natural environment. Perth's history, therefore, does not begin with the arrival of Europeans, but with the millennial presence and wisdom of the Noongar people, whose footsteps still echo in the landscape and culture of the city. The arrival of Europeans and the Swan River Colony. The European history of Perth began in 1697, when the Dutch captain Willem de Vlaming explored the river and named it Swan River due to the black swans he encountered. However, it was only in 1829 that Captain James Stirling, impressed by the region's potential, founded the Swan River Colony. Unlike other Australian colonies, Perth was conceived as a settlement for free settlers, an ambitious experiment of a new society in the Wild West. On August 12, 1829, the official founding ceremony marked the beginning of a new era. The early years were challenging, with sandy soil and difficulties in cultivation, leading to slow growth. The city of Fremantle was established as the port, and the roundhouse, built in 1831, is one of the oldest landmarks of the colony. The need for labor to develop infrastructure led to the introduction of convicts from 1850 onward, which boosted growth but also added a complex layer to the colony's identity. Stirling's vision and the resilience of the first settlers laid the foundations for the metropolis. Perth would become gold, iron, and growth. The transformation of Perth. Turn of the 19th to the 20th century brought a seismic transformation to Perth: the gold rush. The discovery of vast gold reserves in the interior of Western Australia, especially in Kalgoorlie, triggered a wave of immigration and investment. Perth, as the main gateway and administrative centre, exploded in size and prosperity. Many of the grand buildings and Victorian and Edwardian architecture that still adorn the city centre date back to this era of wealth. But gold was only the beginning. From the 1960s onward, the boom in iron ore mining and other valuable minerals solidified Western Australia's position as a global powerhouse in natural resources. This ongoing boom propelled Perth to become one of the fastest growing cities in Australia, attracting talent and capital from around the world. The city's economy, intrinsically linked to the resource industry, experienced cycles of expansion and development, shaping its urban landscape and demographics. Perth became, and continues to be, the nerve centre of this vast and resource-rich region. Perth today, a metropolis of contrasts today. Perth is a modern and cosmopolitan metropolis, but with a feature that makes it unique: its isolation. It is one of the most isolated capital cities in the world, closer to Jakarta than to Sydney. However, this isolation does not make it any less vibrant. On the contrary, it has forged a resilient and innovative community, with a relaxed lifestyle and a strong connection to nature. The city is a melting pot of cultures, driven by immigration and the resource industry. With a robust economy, excellent universities, and an enviable quality of life, Perth attracts people from all over the globe. The city is known for its sunny days, mild nights, and a relaxed atmosphere that contrasts with the hustle of other major cities. It is a place where work-life balance is valued, and where adventure is always just outside the door. Icons of Perth, nature and urbanism. Perth is blessed with an abundance of natural beauty and urban landmarks that make it an unmissable destination. Kings Park and Botanic Garden is one of the largest urban parks in the world, even surpassing New York's Central Park in size. It offers stunning views of the city skyline and the winding Swan River, as well as housing the State War Memorial and the impressive Jija Jumulu Baobab tree. The Swan River itself is the soul of the city, a playground for water activities such as cruises, sailing, and kayaking. Along its banks, the modern Elizabeth Quay connects the city centre to the river, with restaurants, bars, and public art. And of course, Perth's beaches are legendary. Cottesloe Beach, with its white sands and crystal clear waters, is famous for its spectacular sunsets over the Indian Ocean, while Scarborough Beach attracts surfers and nightlife lovers. These places are not just tourist attractions, they are an integral part of Perth's lifestyle, where nature and city coexist in perfect harmony. Beyond the city, Fremantle and Rottnest Island, a short distance from Perth, we find treasures that complement the city experience. Fremantle, affectionately called Freo, is a historic port city with unmistakable charm. Its streets are lined with well-preserved Victorian architecture, and Fremantle Prison, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, offers a fascinating glimpse into the colonial past. The Fremantle markets are a delight for the senses, with local products, crafts, and a vibrant atmosphere. Freo's Cappuccino Strip is the perfect place to enjoy a coffee and watch the world go by. Further out in the Indian Ocean, Rottnest Island, or Rotto, is a natural paradise, famous for its adorable quokkas, the happiest animals in the world. The island offers untouched white sand beaches and crystal clear waters, ideal for diving and snorkeling. However, it is important to remember that Rottnest also has a darker history. Having served as an Aboriginal prison, a reminder of the complexities of Australia's past, together, Fremantle and Rottnest Island offer a perfect escape from the city, revealing other facets of the beauty and history of Western Australia. The legacy of Perth, from its ancient roots with the Noongar people, through the founding of the Swan River Colony, to the gold and mining booms that transformed it into an economic powerhouse. Perth is a city that has continuously reinvented itself. It is a place where history and modernity meet, where wild nature and urban life coexist, and where geographic isolation has only strengthened its unique spirit. With its stunning parks, idyllic beaches, a majestic river, and a vibrant culture, Perth is more than a capital. It is a lifestyle, a promise of adventure, and a testament to human resilience. The City of Light continues to shine brightly, inviting all to discover its charms and lose themselves in its singular beauty. Perth is not just a destination. It is an experience, a journey into the heart of Western Australia, and its legacy, like its sunsets, is unforgettable.